Hey guys, Dillard here, back in with another review, and today we're having a look at the DC Superhero Select Sculpt Two-Face by Mattel, no doubt. Yes, Harvey Dent here is looking up, looking for the North Star. It is that time of year anyways. It comes with a Tommy gun. It's going to massacre somebody. So, this is good Tommy gun, I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't hold it for shite though in the right hand. In the left hand, I should say. The left hand's really well done though. Got this gross freaking zombie hand. Freaking zombie hand. I thought he had a ring over here. I guess he doesn't. But nonetheless, this is the hand with the better trigger finger, the functional trigger finger. This hand has one, but it's not as effective. It's not separated enough. If this was out more, I'd just keep the gun in this hand. I might just keep the gun in that hand, who knows. But articulation on this guy, well, first of all, here's the head. There's the psycho side. And then this side. Kind of looks like Mr. Bean. For some reason. He looks like Mr. Bean or Leonard Nimoy. Interesting. Not what's his name? William Shatner, who voiced him in the Adam West animated film that came out this year, which was very good. I recommend you watch that. I think it's just called Batman Two-Face. So, this figure, this was the one that took forever to get here, and I finally got it. And I gotta say, he's alright. Now, I kind of wish, now this may be an easy fix, but his head does not look down, and he's kind of got a I'm looking up all the time deal going on. And then I kind of wish this was black, this hinge piece. It's more aesthetically pleasing, because over here they got the white piece, and over here they got the white piece. But I know they had black hinges. I know they did. They could have just molded one. Made him more of a Two-Face. Maybe even gave him a white shoe over here. I don't know. But, nonetheless. I think if you popped his head off, which I'm not going to do because it doesn't feel like it's going to come off, and you shaved some of this, his head might actually be able to look down. Because if you look, his head's actually capable of looking down because of the ball joint in there, but because of the way the chin is, it doesn't have enough clearance to physically move down. So, unless you pop the head off, which I'm not going to do, and I guess take a Dremel or something to that chin up to maybe about halfway where that is, he will be able to look down. So, that's a theory. I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but it feels like his head has some wiggle room on the ball joint there. Unlike the Riddler, who also uses this body. Kind of wish Black Mask used this body too, because, well, says, made in China on his back. It's kind of stupid if you ask me. But I will say it does feel like there is a seam in the suit right in between where the two halves meet, and then he's got some schmutz on his back I need to cut off, but this figure's really nice otherwise. I like this head sculpt a lot. Now they did make one that was orange and purple, brown purple, and I don't care for that one too much, only because it looks goofy as hell. And I always like this more realistic look, that or the animated series look, where it's just flat black and then flat white over here. I really like the look of that one too, so, you know, pick your poison, I guess. But articulation on this guy, his head rotates. It can look up more, but it springs back down. So, again, I think if you took a Dremel to the underside of his head, you might be able to get a little bit more movement out of that. His shoulders move out this far and is a little bit cleaner than the Black Mask figure. So, again, why they shelled out money for a new mold is beyond me. Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And the arm obviously rotates all the way around. Bicep swivel. Looks like crap on all suited figures, to be honest with you. Single hinge at the elbow. Swivel at the wrist. Swivel at the waist. No ab crunch, although the coat is a separate piece. There is no ab crunch that I can see anyways. And they did paint his crotch, so that's nice. But his hips move forward, back. This one a little bit more so. He does do the splits. He can't sit down, unfortunately. Got a thigh swivel, thigh cut, single hinge at the knee, and a hinge at the foot. So not too shabby. And a tiny wiggle there. He's got a little rocker going on. That's not a bad thing. Now, I already showed you what other guns you could use with, like, mobster characters in the Black Mask video, so I'm not going to do that here. Although I will say, with the advantage of having trigger fingers on this guy, you can use some of those Marvel Legends guns with him, and they will look just as good, if not better, than some of the other Mattel guns. So, just a heads up there. And see, this is what I mean by a defective trigger finger. It doesn't actually go over the trigger, it just goes on the card. So, but I digress. It's not a bad Two-Face. It's probably the best one they've made, because the new Multiverse one, he doesn't have the split suit. It's just one color, which is kind of generic if you ask me, especially for Two-Face. There he is next to Batman. Batman looks a little taller, but that's okay. So with that being said, that is the last Batman Rogues for a while. I'm going to give this guy a 9 out of 10, because I do like him. I just wish he had the hinge in the head. The trigger finger thing doesn't really bug me. I mean, that Punisher from Marvel Legends last year, you know, easy fix. He just sliced the hand, but basically I just leaned this dude forward a little teeny bit, and he's looking straight. I mean, he's looking straight into the camera right now, and he looks pretty badass, I must say. And that hinge joint, you know, if you take like black paint or black Sharpie, whatever, to it, it'll look fine, so you just don't want any rubbing going on. Well, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, I will catch you guys later.